जय विष्णुपाद परिवार का श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर के प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की वृंदावन मथुरा धाम के नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम के पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम के भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की गंगा माया यमुना माया की प्रॉपर ट्रांसलेटर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की प्रॉपर ट्रांसलेटर प्रसन्न डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड गौरंग ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्रीला प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की Hare Krishna. So welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are discussing on Canto 4, chapter 25, text number 45. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now let's recite the sloka. Saptoparikritha dwaraha. Saptoparikritha dwaraha. Purastasya tu dve adaha. Purastasya tu dve adaha. Prithak visaya gati artham. पृथक विषय गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरः सप्तपारिकृतद्वारा पुरस्तस्य तु द्वयदः पृथक विषय गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरा सप्तपारिकृतद्वारा पुरस्तस्य तु द्वयदः पृथक विषय गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरा प्रभु गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरः तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरः तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरा सप्तपारिकृतद्वारा विषय गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरा द्वारा पृथक विषय गति अर्थम तस्मै कश्चनेश्वरा Mataji, anyone want to try? Okay, so we'll go to translation. So we'll go to our meaning. Sapta, 7, upari, up, krita, made, dwara, cares, pura, of the city, tasya, that, to, then, dve, to, adaha, down, prithak, different, vishaya, two places, Gati Artham, for going. Tashyam, in that city. Iya, one who. Kashana, whoever. Ishwaraha, governor. So now I will read translation and purport. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Of the 9 gates in that city, 7 were on the surface and 2 were subterranean. A total of 9 doors were constructed, and this led to different places. All the gates were used by the city's governor. Purport. The 7 gates of the body that are situated upward are the 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. The 2 subterranean gates are the rectum and the genitals. The king or the ruler of the body, which is the living entity, uses all these doors to enjoy different types of material pleasures. The system of opening different gates to different places is still evident in old Indian cities. Formerly, a capital was surrounded by walls, and one passed through various gates to go to various cities or towards specific directions. In old Delhi, there are still remnants of surrounding walls and various gates known as the Kashmiri Gate, the Lahori Gate, etc. Similarly, in Ahmedabad, there is a Delhi Gate. The point is that Shimal is that the living entity wants to enjoy different types of material opulences, and to this end, nature has given him various holes in his body that he can utilize for sense gratification. Om Ganatimirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Saksurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Te Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vansakalpa Tarubhasya Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Dadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama So again, Hare Krishna and welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So let me read translation again. Of the 9 gates in that city, 7 were on the surface and 2 were subterranean. A total of 9 doors were constructed, and this led to different places. All the gates were used by the city's governor. So I want to go to little background of this past time what's happening. So Narada Muni is giving instruction to Prachina Parishad. So although it was the time to renounce the household life, but still Prachina Parishad, he was attached to his household life, and he wasn't ready to renounce in time. So that time Narada Muni, he felt great compassion for Prachina Parishad. Then he came and he gave the instructions, and at that time he gave this nice allegoric story of Puranjana. So Puranjana, he was a great king. So he ruled all the old, but still he wasn't satisfied. He had everything. He had kingdom, he had money, wealth, servants, everything he had got, but still he wasn't happy. And he started to travel all around the world in search of happiness. So where is happiness? So in that way he was traveling everywhere, but he didn't find any kind of happiness wherever he went. So we living entities, we also travel through a lot of material bodies. So sometimes we have become dogs, sometimes we have become animals, sometimes insects, sometimes trees, sometimes birds, sometimes fish. So in this way we are traveling to various species of life, various bodies. So it is said in Shastra, there are 8.4 million species of body. So among them 400,000 are human body. So fortunately we have got this human body currently by traveling through 8.4 million species. So this is the very rare opportunity. So to get the human body is itself the highest benediction of Lord Krishna. So we can see there are many birds, many animals in our surrounding. So it for them it will take millions and billions of life to get the human body. But by the mercy of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, we have got this fortune of human body, and in human body also we have got the fortune of performing devotional life, devotional life. So yeah, so Puranjana, so he was traveling everywhere, but he didn't find any kind of happiness. So in one place he saw a beautiful city, and in that beautiful city there was beautiful garden. So and in that beautiful garden he saw a beautiful girl, and he was so much attracted by that girl, and he started to say many flattery words to attract her attention. So already read in previous verses, so how what he said to that girl. So and girl, she also became so happy. So she also shows, uh, so she also, she wants the association of king, and she gave all the permission to enjoy her. So so in that way, they started enjoying each other. So here the nine gates of that city is referring to our material body with 9 holes. So this city means, this material body, and 9 holes, 9 gates means the 9 gates are 9 holes in our body. So in the Prabhupada has clearly written what are the 9 gates. So the 9 gates are 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, rectum and genitals. So these are the 9 gates or 9 holes that we have in material body. So when we forget Krishna, so we live in the bodily conception of our life. So in the bodily conceptions of life, what are the function of 9 holes? It's just a material light. So let's say I wants to see all the material things, or you can say dirty pictures or bad things, and ears. What ear wants to do in material platform? So ears just wants to, see the mundane music, mundane songs, or gossips, criticism of others. That things, the ears wants to hear. And what mouth wants in the material platform? So mouth wants to, drink liquor, wine, or eat meat, smoke cigarette. These kind of things the mouth wants. And the genitals, it just wants sense gratification, sex. So these are the functions. These are the functions of the 9 holes in the bodily platform. But when we reach to the spiritual platform, when we make our senses spiritualized, then all the holes, all the gears, they just engage in the spiritual activities, in the Krishna conscious activities. Let's say I wants to read Shastra, I wants to take the darshan of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, and ears want to hear all the glories of Lord, lectures from our Guru Maharaj, lectures from Srila Prabhupada, and mouth wants to chant holy name, mouth wants to eat nice prasad feast, like this, we can engage our senses in Krishna conscious way. So in the last sentence of the Prabhupada has written, the point is that the living entity wants to enjoy different types of material opulences, and to this end, nature has given him various holes in that body that he can utilize for sense gratification. So yeah, we have got various gates or holes in our bodies. So why God has given us those holes? Because we wanted, material enjoyment. So for the material enjoyment, so to satisfy to fulfill our desires, so Krishna has given us this material body with 9 gates. So in the city of that 9 gate, so living entity is inside. So we are living entity. So we are inside. We are trapped inside this material body. So a boss of the office which is staying inside the building. So he gives order to his servants, or you can say he wants to enjoy all the resources of the office. So like that, we living entity, we are inside this body. So by using all the senses, we want to be happy, right? But that is all illusion. Material happiness, material pleasures, it can't give real fulfillment to our heart, because our real identity is Jivera Swarupa hai Krishna Nitya Das. So we are the part and parcel of Krishna. So we are the part and parcel of Krishna. So we are all spiritual beings. But in contact with this material world, or you can say 3 modes of material nature. So yeah, we have forgotten our eternal relationship with Krishna. And by forgetting that relationship with Krishna, we are thinking this material world as our real home, real home. So one time a boy was lost in crowd. There was a some kind of fear, and the boy was lost there, and he was a small boy. He was a small boy. He was just crying. And he wasn't stopping his crying. And that time, some people from the crowd, they tried to pacify that child, and they gave him chocolate, dairy milk, and that child, small child, he ate that dairy milk for the small time, till the time he was eating that dairy milk. So he stopped crying. But as soon as the dairy milk is finished, he again started crying, and and again, the people from the crowd, they gave him some biscuits, biscuits, and for some time, he stopped crying because he was eating that biscuit, right? Biscuit, right? And as soon as he finished that biscuit, again he started crying. And again, the people of crowd thought maybe he wants some playthings, They gave him some toys, and and he was playing, and for some time, and he felt bored, this toy, I can't be happy with this toy. And again he started crying, and the crowd, the people of the crowd, they came to the sense, oh, maybe he may be crying for the parents, and by somehow or other, the people, they found his parents, and they gave back to that child, to their parents, and the child stopped crying. So similarly, we are in this material world, so we are also crying for many things, money or good job, good degree, or maybe opposite sex. So in many ways we are crying, but in actual we are crying for Krishna only, because we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. That's why we thought, this material world belongs to me. So I have to, be good. I have to be established in nice way in this material world. So I have to enjoy my senses in whatever way I can. So in this way, people are running after senses and money. So material world means senses, like sex and money only. So only for these two things, people are running. So one time Prabhupada, he was walking in one of the city, and he pointed his finger to one big skyscraper or big building, and he said, this is just the extension of sense gratification, because whatever people are doing, you can say, or so-called material advancement, it's just for a sense gratification only. In the Vedic time, there was very simple life. At that time, people used to have different consciousness, like spiritual consciousness, and they know what the goal of human body was. So the goal of human body is to go back to Godhead. So this is the only reason we are here in this material world. So if we miss this opportunity, of this human body, then again we will have to come back in this material world. So coming back in this material world means, material desires. So Krishna is so merciful. He wants to fulfill all the desires of the jiva. He has given free will to the jiva. Let's say, Krishna has given us the legs. So it's up to us. We want to use this leg to go to the pub, bar, or to use this leg to come to the temple. It's up to us. Krishna, doesn't interfere in our free will. That's why we have to utilize our free will in Krishna's service only. So one time, there was a nice gentleman, and he was very, saintly, very compassionate in nature. So one day, when he was walking in the field, he saw a snake, and the snake was he was in very injured condition, and the gentleman, he felt very pity seeing that snake. And what he did, he brought that snake in his home, and he started feeding milk to that snake. For some days he was feeding milk, and after some days the snake became strong. And as soon as the snake became strong, the snake bite that gentleman and he killed that man. So our senses are like that only. We are feeding our senses. We are nourishing our senses, right? So we have got bad dogs and good dogs within us. So So bad dogs are, calm, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsar, this kind of things. And good dogs are, all the saintly qualities like compassionate nature, helping nature, or yeah, like that, So when we feed the bad dog within us, so one day, it will kill us actually. So senses are like that. So the more we gratify our senses, the more it becomes strong, and it kills our real, eternal, spiritual consciousness of a jiva. So that's why we have to control our jiva. So without controlling our senses, there is no question of yoga. There are uh, many spiritual organizations in our surrounding, that are just bogus only. So they teach people. They teach people some mantra. They give one mantra, and you can do whatever nonsense you like. That's going on in this material world. So there is one spiritual organization, and they follow one book like Sambhog se Samadhi. That is the book they follow. That is all nonsense. So if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, like Bhagavad Gita, so they are just focusing on how to control our senses only, how to control our senses. So if we want to be fixed up on the yoga, bhakti yoga, so we have to learn, we have to tolerate the urges of our senses, we have to control them. And the problem of this current world is people really don't know what yoga means. One time we were distributing books in Manly, and I showed book to one boy, and I told him, this is the books on yoga meditation. And the boy told, oh, I also do yoga, I play football. Like people think just physical exercise, or light exercise, moving hands, legs, this is yoga. But the real meaning of yoga is connecting ourselves with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So who is Lord Sri Krishna. So at the Atmendriya Priti Bhansa Tari Bale Kam, Krishnendriya Priti Ichha Dhari Prema Nam. So the desire to gratify our own senses, that is lust. And the desire to gratify Krishna senses, that is love. That's why we have to try to please Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, in all way, in whatever way we can. Whatever we can. And there comes a story of Pururava Maharaj, in the 9th canto. So Pururava Maharaj was a great emperor, great emperor, and his glories were everywhere, not just in the earth, even in the heavenly planets. And at the same time, Urvashi, she was cursed by some demigods to be attracted to the human beings. And Urvashi, he heard the glories of Pururava Maharaj, and she came to the earth, and she approached, she tried to approach Pururava Maharaj in different material ways. And Pururava Maharaj, he also got attracted to the heavenly what do you call, Apsara, Urvashi, and Urvashi, she put three conditions before Pururava Maharaj. So the first condition was, she wants the protection of her 2 lambs. So from heavenly planets, she had brought 2 lambs with her. So she said she wants protection for the 2 lambs. And the second condition was, she will only take the foods that is made in ghee only. So if the food is not prepared in ghee, she won't take. So that is her second condition. And the third condition was, so what is the third condition? So she don't want to see naked. She don't want to see him naked. Except only she just want to see him naked only during sex intercourse, but other times she don't want to see him naked. So these are the 3 conditions like Urvashi put before Pururava Maharaj, and and Pururava Maharaj, he was very lusty, he was illusion, he was in illusioned lusty condition, and he accepted all the conditions of Urvashi. And in this, and they started enjoying, they were enjoying for hundreds and thousands of years. And at one point of time, Indra, he was feeling so much separation from Urvashi. So Urvashi, she's a very good dancer in heavenly planets. So like King Indra he was missing the dance of Urvashi, and he told Gandharvas to find her.
And the Gandharvas, they track the location of Urvashi, and they came to this earth. They came to this earth, and at one night, and what one night Gandharvas stole two lambs of Urvashi, and the uh, Urvashi, she didn't see her lambs, and she started to chastise, Purava Maharaj. Oh, you foolish king, you are a king, but you can't give protection to just two lambs. So yes, she started to chastise Purava Maharaj in various ways, and Purava Maharaj, he felt so ashamed, he so humiliated, and he started to searching for the lambs, and he was naked. He was naked in that condition, and Gandharvas, uh, due to their mystic power, and there was a light. There was a light, and Urvashi, she saw the Purava Maharaj in naked condition, and the condition was she don't want to say him naked, and she immediately left. And after Urvashi left, Purava Maharaj, he became so mad, because every time, he was enjoying sense gratification with Urvashi, but she is no longer available now, and he became so mad, so mad, and every time he was reciting the name of Urvashi, and he was searching everywhere where Urvashi is, but she's no longer available because she already went back to heaven, and for many years he was living a very madful life. So at one day, at the bank of Saraswati, he again saw Urvashi, and that time he requested Urvashi to stay with him. So he was begging, he was crying, the real constitutional position of Jiva is to cry for Krishna, but Purava Maharaj, in mad condition, because he was so much materially attached, so he was crying for Urvashi. She was crying for Urvashi. So yeah, Urvashi, she felt so much pity on him, and he said, okay, you can enjoy me only one night in a year. And for the whole year, for 364 days, he used to just wait for Urvashi, when that one day will come so that I can enjoy with Urvashi. So he was just meditating on Urvashi only. So the real thing is, we have to meditate on Krishna. We have to meditate on pastimes of Krishna. But Purava Maharaj, he was just meditating on the pastimes, what they had before. All the, sense gratification things. So one night, she used to come and they used to have sense gratification, and next day he used to leave. She used to leave to heaven. And from next day, she used to feel so much separation from Urvashi. So in this way, life was going on. So and one point, so he started doing so on the suggestion of Urvashi, he started performing sacrifices to please Gandharva. And after some time, he went to Gandharva Loka, and he enjoyed with Urvashi in the same way they were enjoying before. So in 9 canto, it ends like this. And in the 11th canto, there is a chapter named Aila Gita, and there Krishna tells the remaining story. So after some time, enjoying too much sense gratification in the Gandharva Loka, so Purava Maharaj, he just felt fed up. Oh, it's too much. I am trying to enjoy, satisfy my senses in millions of years, but still they are not giving me pleasure. They are desiring more and more. So it's like putting fuel in the fire. So we think that by putting the petrol, the fire will go away. But if we put petrol in the fire, it will burn more. So it's like that. The more we try to gratify our senses, the more demands they make. The more next time it comes with next time when the sense gratification desire comes, it comes with more strong intention, it more strong way. That's why we have to stop the sense gratification. So anyway, at last Purava Maharaj, he came back to his real senses. Then he gave up all these sense gratification activities, and he started worshipping Krishna, and in that way he make his life perfect, and he went back to Godhead. So from this story, what we can learn is we have to stop this sense gratification. The more we fulfill the desires or demands of the senses, the more we become miserable. The more we become miserable. That's why we have to give up the senses. So if we are engaging in sense gratification, so uh, it reduces our enthusiasm and determination to perform devotion service. भोगाश्चर्य प्रसक्त नाम पाया अपराहित चेतसम व्यवसायित्मक बुद्धि समाधान विद्याते. So when we have a desire to gratify our senses, and when we have a desire to accumulate wealth, so what happens? The resolute determination to perform devotion service, it won't last long. So it won't be there with a high density. So we are practicing Krishna consciousness. So if we are still attached to the wealth, and if we are still attached to sense gratification, then there won't be resolute determination to perform bhakti. That's why as being a devotee, we have to be very careful how to control our senses. So how to control our senses? What is the best way? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is the best way. We should be always chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, at least 16 hours in beers, and remaining 22 hours in mind. So we should be always chanting the holy name of Krishna. So in this way, we can be free from the lust, or we can be free from the material desires. So the another way is by making higher purpose in life, we can control our senses. So we have been practicing Krishna consciousness, but many devotees they are struggling to control the senses. So the best way is to chant Hare Krishna, eat prasad, and serve in the mission, higher mission of Srila Prabhupada. That is the only way. Otherwise, it's not possible, because we have been gratifying our senses. We have become the servant of our senses since millions of births. So even if we desire, okay, I will stop everything. I will stop all the material activities and material sense gratification from tomorrow. It don't happen like that. So we should make it regulated. We should try to stop. We should pray to Krishna. In Krishna, they will help us. Otherwise, there is no option. If we take the shelter of our material, polluted senses, so they will pull us to make them happy only. We can't be happy. The only way is taking shelter of devotional service, chanting Hare Krishna only. So we have to pray to Sri Sri Radha Gopinath. Please free me from the lust, so that I want to engage my service and my whole life in your service only. So if we pray to them, they will definitely help us. So as I already told the result, if we engage in sense gratification, the determination won't be there. So one time, Prabhupada, he was with disciples in Radha Vrindavan Chandra, in New Vrindavan, and that time Prabhupada was in front of the deities, and he told to his disciples, if we don't do hearing and chanting properly, and if you are engaged in gratifying your senses, so there will come one day that you will sit in front of Radha Vrindavan Chandra, and you will take Sri Vigraha as Galagraha. So Galagraha means burden in the neck. So one day you will be standing in front of Vrindavan Chandra, and you will feel, why my Guru Maharaj has given me so much burden of worshipping this deity? Why my Guru Maharaj has given me the burden of devotion service? So one day you will feel that. If we don't chant your rounds properly, if we don't do hearing properly, and if we engage in sense gratification, the day will be very soon. The day will come. So it's a very very dangerous statement. Dangerous statement. So our only goal in our life should be please Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, and how to chant our holy names properly. So that should be our goal. Chanting the holy name and charity of the holy name, that will make our life perfect. Prabhupada, he was at the age of 70, but still, at the age of 70, uh, he went to, in Western country, and he started, he preached Krishna consciousness all around the world. And in the time of just 10, 11 years, he opened more than 108 temples all around the, world. So how it was possible? Because Prabhupada, he didn't have any kind of material desires. He had only desire how to please Radha and Krishna. That was his only desire. That was his only desire. One time, somebody, asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you look so happy. What is the secret? And Prabhupada replied, I don't have any kind of sex desire. That is the only secret. Prabhupada replied in that way. So if we become free from this sex desire, we can do service in very, in high level, very high level. Prabhupada mission is, preaching Krishna consciousness, Sankirtan. That is the reason, why Prabhupada went to America and he started preaching Krishna consciousness. So to serve in that higher mission of Srila Prabhupada, so we have to be really fixed up in our bhakti. If we are not fixed up in our bhakti, if we are not fixed up in our divine service, so we can't serve in the higher mission of Srila Prabhupada. We can't go out and distribute Srila Prabhupada books. We can't go out and preach Krishna consciousness. That is not possible. If we are engaging in, sense gratification, so it's not possible to go out and to serve in the highest mission of Prabhupada. It's not possible. For that, you have to control your senses. For that, you have to perform devotion service nicely, chant around nicely, hearing, reading, chanting everything nicely. Then you become fixed up. Then when you become fixed up in bhakti, then only you can go out and preach Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, mind will, give different options. Mind is always looking for comfort zone, and we become so comfortable during the time of sense gratification. So mind always wants for that condition only, for that situation only. So yeah, so Prabhupada, if we are really serious about our Krishna consciousness, if we are really serious about serving the Srila Prabhupada preaching mission, then we have to be really fixed up. So only way is, controlling our senses and taking the process of devotion service. Let's say Haridas Thakur, he was always chanting. He was always chanting the holy name, and even Maya Devi, she came to disturb him. She tried to allure him in many ways. But Haridas Thakur, he was so much fixed up in bhakti. He was so much fixed up in chanting, quality rounds. So he did not, accepted the request of Maya Devi. And one time, one devotee, he was distributing books, and he met one girl, and she even took the book, and in a casual way, the devotee, he was a brahmachari, and he asked to that girl, what is your profession? And the girl, she replied, I'm a prostitute. And she still took the book. So what I want to say to you, the devotee, the brahmachari, he was so much fixed up in his service of preaching Krishna consciousness. So even though there was a prostitute in front of him, so he wasn't disturbed. He was praying to Prabhupada, he was praying to Krishna to help him. So he wasn't disturbed. So he continued his brahmachari life. Because, he was doing sadhana properly. He was very, very fixed up. And people are, spending so much of energy, money, than in, sense gratification only. One time, we were doing books in town hall, and I approached one person and I showed him books, and I asked for a donation. He said, I don't have money because I am going for a brothel now. Because he have money to, pay for the prostitute in brothel, but he don't have money to pay for the, $10 books. That is the, unfortunate situation of this Kali Yuga. What we can do? We are trying to help him, but he don't want to get helped. That is the misfortune position of this Kali Yuga. So it's 8:50. So I want to stop here. If anybody have any comments, questions, anything, please feel free. Like the first thing is, if you are chanting, if you are reading, hearing, and if you are doing, devotional service in a serious way, there is no question of any kind of, sense gratification things. If we have, if we even have, some desires, so we don't bring it in action. So, and the other reason is devotee association. You know, so this is the, open, organization for everyone, and many kind of people, they come here, and they may, from outside view, they may be chanting, they may be putting dhoti, kurta, or sari, everything, but they may not be practicing Krishna consciousness in a serious way. That's why, we should always try to, seek association of very sincere and very serious devotee who are very much fixed up in their bhakti, and who are very much fixed up in, preaching Krishna consciousness. And then only, we can get the taste. And there is a slogan, विषय विनिवर्तन्ते निहारस्य देहिनाम रसो वर्जम रसो अभ्यास param drishta nivartate. So if we get the, higher taste of bhakti, higher taste of Krishna consciousness, so then the lower taste, lower taste, that will go away. So we have to try to develop that higher taste. So higher taste comes by, faith, chanting holy names very sincerely, very attentively, and taking the shelter of sincere devotees. So that is the only way, Prabhu. Otherwise, no other way. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So yeah, tesam satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadati ena tesam satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam enayan upajanti me. So yeah, if we are really serious about Krishna consciousness, if some things come in our mind, so yeah, Paramatma in our heart, he will give us intelligence. So what is right, what is wrong, so this is the right position, this is the wrong position. So Paramatma will give us the intelligence. So we may not be in the level, where we can hear the voice of Paramatma. So in that situation, we have to approach our mentor, we have to approach the devotees who are like advanced devotees. We can check with them. So this thing is going on in my mind, so this is right or this is wrong. Can you please guide me? So and they will help, because they already went through that situation, and they have the proper knowledge of Shastra, then they know, this is wrong or this is right. So we have to take this shelter, we have to approach our mentor, and we have to approach the advanced devotees. Did I answer your question, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. All good? Okay, we'll stop here. So Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki, Jagannath Baldev Swar Maharani ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glorious assembled devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki.